And your New York Yankees will play one more game tonight. It is October 7th, almost October 8th. We are nearing midnight here on the Eastern Coast, and your New York Yankees steal a 9-6 victory over the Toronto Blue Jays in Game 3. They will play Game 4 tomorrow, still facing elimination, but with a chance to extend their season even further. Chris, the Yankees pull off what I think is an improbable win, a win that, kind of just like this, taking this series or coming back in this series, it would take miracles. It would take guys being heroes. It would take the impossible happening. The Yankees caused the Blue Jays to blow their biggest lead of the year. Chris, how you feeling after Game 3, man?
Incredible. You said it. So in the third inning, Ryan, do you want to guess the Blue Jays win percentage?
Third inning, I'm going to say 90%.
89.6% chance to win in the third inning.
I'll pat myself on the back.
Yeah, dude, good call on that one. And of course, like the whole game melted down, dude. And I'm sitting there like, oh, we're gonna have an end of the year show, and I gotta find a way to spin this season positively on a night where I don't want to because it looks like it's another bloodbath. Vladdy, it turned into prime Barry Bonds. I'm trying to get ready, and then all of a sudden, they chip away. Then the big swings come out. I'm feeling good though, man. Feeling good. We get to look. I love Cam Stiller. He's my favorite pitcher on the staff. Get to watch him pitch one more time for the season ends at least, and that is what I will take. And to complete the comeback, Ryan, what do you got to do? You got to win the first one.
Yeah, and look, the New York Yankees, they were at a point here where, look, down 6-1, writing eulogies. You're writing, you're putting together. I'm going to be honest. I was putting together my what's next for the Yankees article when it became 6-1. I was writing about, all right, this guy, that guy, I'm not going to put any details out there.
Yeah, that's for later. We got a series to go in, Ryan.
But when that while I'm writing it, you see a run, you see Judge have the RBI double, and you're like, all right, we're probably not going to win this game, but hey, you're not too far away from at least making this a baseball game. Yankees find a way to scratch the third run across. They actually get the tying run to the plate in that inning. Unfortunately, nothing else occurs, but that was the start for the Yankees. That third inning changed the ball game because the Yankees got themselves on the board. Obviously, they were on the board in the first inning, but they made it a baseball game and applied pressure that ultimately the Blue Jays succumbed to. Look, the Yankees knocking Shane Bieber out in the third inning of that game changes everything, not only for today's game, but for the game that's going to happen. Well, I was going to say, I wanted to make sure I could still say tomorrow because it's 11:50.
Yeah, tomorrow.
The game that's coming up tomorrow where the Blue Jays are likely going to roll with a bullpen game. Now, they could use Kevin Gausman. They could use Trey Savage. Obviously, we saw what those two guys did to the Yankee lineup last time. But Chris, there's no other way to tell the story of this baseball game without talking about Aaron James Judge. 3 for 4, 3 runs scored, 4 RBIs, and of course, the 3-run bomb off the foul pole, which should be called the fair pole. I'm a big proponent of that. He continues to just go off, and we talked about this before the show. I believe I think I said verbatim, if Aaron Judge goes 2 for 3 with a home run today and a walk, that wouldn't shock me at all. And he one-upped it. He went 3 for 4 with a walk. Now, silly of me to think that he would hit a home run, walk, and pick up another hit, and he'd only get 4 plate appearances. That was dumb on my end. So I'm going to take the pat away that I gave myself earlier. That's really stupid baseball on my end. But Aaron Judge was everything they needed him to be today.
Bingo.
Everything and more. The diving play in the outfield, 60% catch probability. That's a tough play to make. He saved the Yankees season today. That's what he did.
Triple away from the cycle.
And yeah. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Yeah. Pull away from the cycle, which, it's obviously the hardest one to pick up, but that's still an incredible performance. And Chris, we talked about so many times, whether it's previewing the Red Sox series, talking about games in this series, talking about how he had been good, but not necessarily impactful, but good. But, the chance to make an impact wasn't really on him. It was on the Yankees and the pitching staff. All that to say, the thing we wanted him to do was be LeBron, be Brady, be, that guy, the guy that he has played like a historically dominant player. Obviously, LeBron James is going to rank higher all-time relative to the NBA players, whatever you want to say. But the kind of player that peaks as high as Judge does in any professional sport is expected to be able to do something like this. And he did just that today. This was Herculean. This was Superman. He was Superman today. That's what he was.
this was a 50-point game, 50-point triple-double, I might add. I mean, this was good enough to be an Aaron Judge signature postseason moment. That home run's going to get replayed 100 times. First of all, what an incredible piece of hitting. That ball was in off the plate at 100 miles per hour and up, and he got to it. And I'm glad it hit the foul pole, Ryan, because I'm glad that he got to stand there and watch it. I think that was good to be able to stand there and watch it.
I will say, on the flip side, it's kind of funny that he finally kind of has this big moment at home, huge home run. Team needs him to put him on their back. Like they need every ounce of what Judge could give him, and he has to stand there waiting. Like, is this going to be kind of like just a very long strike?
Yeah.
Or is it finally going to happen? And I can't even imagine the rush of emotions he felt watching that ball, because I know what I was feeling was, oh, that's foul. Oh my God. Like, I didn't really believe that was a home run until like the last nanosecond before it hits it, the foul pole. That was like, that's the most impressive home run swing I've ever seen in my life. Chris, is that an exaggeration?
No.
Am I being crazy?
100% true. Ryan, like we both played some ball, not this high level,
Yeah.
obviously, but that is up in at 100 miles per hour. That breaks 99% of the league's bats if they even make contact with it.
Yeah.
Because no one can ever get the barrel out in front of that at 100 miles per hour. That is shattering bats or getting swing and misses on everybody not named Aaron Judge.
And that's not even like, okay, it's 93 and he pulls it. Like, not saying that would be less impressive, or not saying that's not impressive to hit a game-tying home run on a pitch off the plate. That is a game-tying home run on a pitch off the plate at 99.6 miles per hour from a right-handed pitcher. So, it's not like it's lefty. You see the ball kind of tracking, coming it in. It's harder for him to pick that up. In fact, he's probably seeing strike, in zone, and then sees out of zone late. But his hands are so quick. He's so strong. I mean, he crushed that baseball. He had 2 barrels tonight, the RBI double and the 3-run home run. He hit 3 baseballs 100 miles per hour or harder in the air. His worst at bat was the ground out.
Bingo.
That was his only he didn't do anything impressive there. Or he didn't do anything of note there. Aaron Judge is dialed in. He's dialed in. He's not making bad swing decisions outside of, again, and I gotta, again, the Gosman strikeout, obviously it's really bad. That's not a good pitch. That's not a good swing to have. And I'm the first person to sit here and tell you, like, hey, I'll tell you when the guy isn't hitting when he should be hitting in big spots. I've never shied away from doing it, ever. But tonight, I'm sorry, unless he goes 0 for 4 and leaves 16 runners on base, I don't care how this season ends. He's exonerated from this. He's exonerated from however this series goes, if it goes in a negative direction. And if they win it, if they find a way to win it, or at least if they find, I mean, we'll get to game 4, get to that in a little bit. This is going to be a moment that you remember for a very long time. Chris, I want to kind of harken back to what I said in the pregame, what we talked about. You need a miracle. What makes a 2-0 comeback special is it's improbable. It's a miracle. It doesn't happen. The Yankees still have a not great chance of advancing to the ALCS. More likely than not, and I want to also say this, guys, I totally forgot. I just won my first bet today. I bet on the Yankees.
Did you really?
I just won my first sports bet.
Hey, throw the dubs in the chat for Ryan.
I did lose.
21-year-old Ryan won his first sports bet.
I did lose a sports bet when I took the Mariners stupidly to win game 1, but whatever. Anywho, point is, Aaron Judge, he's exonerated from it.
Are you gonna wait, Ryan? Pause. Are you gonna do this whole Aaron Judge thing without saying the word that got me fired up a couple streams ago?
I'm not sure if I have it. I want you to say it.
Can Aaron Judge be inevitable the rest of the series?
And you know what he was today?
He inevitable.
Did you feel like, I felt like for the first time, and really like the first time I've ever, like, I'm not saying ever. I think that's unfair because I've definitely expected this of him before, but the first time all year where he stepped to the plate, or not all year, in the last few years in the postseason, stepped to the plate, and I was like, he's going to have a moment here. He's like, I felt so confident that he was going to do something in that spot. And he delivered. He was inevitable.
It felt like when I used to watch Cavs games and the
Mhm.
Cavs would be down like 7 and LeBron would check in and start the fourth quarter. Like that's what it felt like. Like I felt like he was seeing the ball really, really well. The rip double off of Bieber, I believe, earlier in the game. It's like, oh, like
Mhm.
he's seeing it well and he's swinging the bat a lot harder than he had been most of the series. And that's kind of what people have complained about, kind of the damage numbers. But he's seeing the ball really well and lifting the ball well. So yeah, I felt the same way. Like it's coming. Like it's coming.
Yeah, and look, with Aaron Judge, see, like when I saw Vladimir Guerrero Jr. deposit that 2-run home run in the first inning, I was like, I need my superstar to respond because their guy is inevitable. Their guy is unstoppable. He steps to the plate and you feel dread.
Yeah.
You know what's coming when he steps to the plate. He's finding some way to reach base. Every ground ball he's hitting is sneaking through. Every fly ball he hits is an absolute moonshot. You know he's going to come up and he is not going to record an out. That's what it feels like right now to face Vlad Guerrero Jr., who's hitting .615 in this series with an OPS nearing 2,000.
Dude, that's why, like, that to start the ninth inning, I was thrilled to get the first out because the last thing I wanted was Vladdy to go up with a chance to tie the game. Because if there had been 2 on, there's no doubt in my mind Vladdy ties it.
And that's the aspect of inevitability. When you face a guy who's on and they're a superstar caliber hitter, you know you have to play your game with them in mind.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some people who were like, do you walk him to start the inning when you're up 2 runs? And like, I'm not sitting here and saying that I would have done that. I actually would not have done that. I wanted them to go after him. I don't like the idea of walking a guy to face the tying run. But shit, dude, like he's been that good. He's been that good. He's killed you that much here. And Aaron Judge was just that much better today. Aaron Judge was just that much more impactful. Aaron Judge did not let the Yankees lose today. He woke up with a mission. I'm not losing today. We're going to play a game 4, whether it was on defense or on offense, and even on the base path. Sneaky good base running play. I know people are going to get upset that he ran on contact, but that's what you do unless it hits right to the pitcher. I saw this great post from Jake Mintz, who does Cespedes Barbecue, that podcast. And Vinny Pasquantino texts him because he criticized Judge for going there. And Vinny Pasquantino, Royals first baseman, for those who don't know, he texts him saying, like, hey, we're told first and third on a ground ball, it's not hit to the pitcher. You got to go. You got to go. And that he was stunned Vlad didn't try and get 2. And I think, and I'm not saying that Vlad cost the Blue Jays the game or anything, that play changed the game. It did. Because if they get 2, it's 6-2 and the Yankees don't end up scoring more there. Judge's home run is a 6-5 home run. I mean, I'll be honest with you, man. Do they pitch to Judge there knowing, hey, we walk him and it's the tying run up, not the go-ahead run up? Like it changes the fabric of the game. And that's where I say Judge was just that much better. He was just that much better. That much better. And that's what you need from your captain. Not saying he's got to go 3 for 4, the home run and 4 RBIs every night, but you need him to leave his impact on these games if you want to come back.
And like he's got to pick up Stanton.
Yeah.
Stanton did have the RBI single in the game, but Stanton, for the most part, the series has kind of been non-existent. And so, like, when one's not on, you need the one to put the other one in the book bag and say, let's go. And what Aaron Judge did by winning this game, Ryan, is he gives Giancarlo more time to figure it out. Because that's what you're waiting for. That's what you're looking on. Because if this is going to be the miracle that you and I have talked about, you're going to need all hands on deck. You're going to need the mashers to go out there and mash. What you've done is you have bought Giancarlo another game to figure it out offensively. What you've also done is the Blue Jays had to kind of work through their bullpen a little bit, and they have a bullpen game tomorrow. We're going to see who gets the bulk of things, and then you got Cam tomorrow too, but that's obviously for later on. I do want to talk about Jazz.
Yeah, and this is like the Yankees scored 8 straight runs after being down 6-1.
Yeah.
And Chris, I just because maybe I didn't watch the game well enough. Did you see how they scored? How did they score 4 of those runs?
4 of them?
Yeah, they scored 4
the long ball.
Yeah, the Yankees didn't hit the long ball all postseason. Judge hits one, and Jazz absolutely Jazz. Okay, Judge's home run was a bomb, and it was the most impressive swing I've ever seen in my life. But Jazz's home run was like so obviously a home run.
Yeah.
That is one of the sweetest swings I've seen this postseason. Like, it's just a straight missile to right field. Chris, how you feel about this offense right now?
Smoked it. He's got his swagger back, and I love the bat flip, dude. Like the theatric, like just like pull it back and throw it. I'm all in on it. It reminds me a lot of Jose Ramirez. But dude, we're talking about, like, here we go. this team has masters. This team over the course of the season was the best offense in baseball by a wide margin. Jazz getting involved, hitting his first home run of the postseason. It feels good for him to see one go over. Jazz is such a feel guy. Jazz is such a kind of ride the waves kind of guy, and this could catapult him. And obviously tomorrow, it's going to be a lot of bullpen action that he sees. You think that if Giancarlo, is still a little bit slower and Jazz can pick it up a little bit, like let's go. I think that Jazz, the swings he's putting on baseballs right now, I think it's warranted to move him up in the lineup. That's how good I think he's swinging the bat. This was good all the way around, good offensive performance. I thought they put a lot of hard hit balls this game for the Yankees. Some of them are flyouts. The Ryan McMahon, 104 off the bat, that was a flyout. A lot of people, I thought that was going to drop. So we're talking about guys who are seeing the ball well and hitting the ball hard. And Aaron Judge has bought everybody another game. And that's what I'm going to keep going back to.
Yeah, and again, Aaron Judge is this locked in, and he's going to present issues for the Blue Jays. One thing that the Yankees did was they made the Blue Jays use 6 relievers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we didn't see Hoffman. We didn't see Dominguez, or Anthony Dominguez, that is. And they have, I believe, 10 total relievers. So we saw 6 of their 10 potential relievers, but Louis Varland's been one of their main guys. Brendan Little's been one of their main guys.
Varland's got their best stuff. Like Varland is their best in terms of stuff relief pitcher. He's their best.
And if you want to look at, and I know this isn't a perfect metric because win probability added, you get you see a boost to it, even if you get a hit on an error or whatever it may be. But I think it's important because if you have a high win probability added, you're probably a guy that they turn to a lot. That's just where we're at. Yariel Rodriguez led their bullpen in win probability added this year. They saw him. Fisher, 2nd. They saw him. Flaherty, 6th. They saw him. Nance, 8th. They saw him. So, look, the guys that you think you can get to, in my opinion, you think you can get to Jeff Hoffman. You think that's in there because of how he struggled with the home run ball at times. Not to say it's a guarantee that you hit off him, but you believe you might be able to get to him. What I think the Blue Jay bullpen, their strength is their bridge to the closer. I think their bridge to the closer has been very good and has a lot of talent there. Louis Varland stumbled today, but as you mentioned, stuff's explosive. Brendan Little is a very tough guy to get a hit off of because he's got weird angles. He's got 3 different fastballs, the Triforce, good breaking ball. Yariel Rodriguez, he's a big slider guy, but the fastball's got some cut ride to it. It's a weird repertoire. Point is, the Yankees got to these guys. They hit them around. The Blue Jays hoped their bullpen would come in and stop the bleeding. And that's not what happened. The Yankees got to their bullpen, and now they're going to have to throw a bullpen game tomorrow where you got Cam Schlittler. You're hoping Schlittler's got his A game, but if you can get to their bullpen, you should be in a good spot. The only guy who I think for the Yankees who might not be available, not saying any guys on the Blue Jays won't be available, but they will have to all pitch. Maybe Devin, 26 pitches. Him and Ben are the only guys who threw more than 20.
I think everybody's available tomorrow, Ryan.
I think he will be, but my point is the only guy who
you want to avoid him if you can.
Right, the only guy who's an orange. Now he's going to pitch if the Yankees are tie game, 1-run game, whatever it may be. But if it's a 4-run game, I think they'd like to stick away from Williams. Point is their top guys should all be good to go, and the Blue Jays had to use a lot of them and have a bullpen game. We'll talk about again a little more about Game 4 because there's a lot of storylines there. Obviously,
our bullpen and how they picked up Rodon.
Yeah, obviously Carlos Rodon was awful today. Not good at all. Yeah, 6 runs, 6 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, a home run, a lot of fastballs today. He didn't have anything. I was really upset that Boone didn't pull him sooner. I was this guy has nothing going for him today. Nothing at all. Fastball lost. The fastball lost 2 inches of ride, which, that's going to happen when you're not pitching well. Fastball velocity was down. He had a fastball at 90.6 miles per hour. He threw the sinker 3 times. Change up 6 times. This is just very and honestly for Rodon, you're glad that this game happened because you can flush it down the toilet and pretend it didn't happen because you won. This was really, really bad. And I'm not going to spend I'm not saying it was good. Chris, I don't know if you want to add any thoughts there.
No, it was uncharacteristically awful for him. This was 2023 Rodon.
This was his worst start of the year.
Yeah.
Right. Not even close.
This was garbage. And I was shocked because I have been championing Rodon and I've been calling this Rodon's redemption tour. And he had a chance to really do something good today. Rodon was not good at all. But again, like you said, you live to fight another day. And if all things go according to plan, you get another win. What I will say about Rodon is this. He's been a horse all year. This was uncharacteristically bad from him. Got garbage start. He didn't get dejected in the club, in the dugout. He
Yeah,
was
and again,
very active. They cut to him. He was encouraging the guys. He wasn't down and mopey. And on the Aaron Judge home run, they cut to him first, and he was giving Clark Schmidt a huge hug.
yeah, and again, like you need the Yankees. You needed to start. You need to start to be better. They have an 18 ERA this series. Absolutely disgusting. I don't think a single starter has gotten to like the fourth inning in this series. Like Heel got knocked out early. Rodon didn't get to 3 innings. Fried, I think, got knocked out in the 3rd inning. Like this has been atrocious for the starters.
Literally, Heel has the best start out of all the starters.
And he has a 9 ERA in this series.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
That's gross. Absolutely despicable. But the Yankees were very fortunate because unlike the other games where like starter gets smoked, bullpen comes in, gasoline on a fire. The bullpen came in. And Cruz has to get some credit here because he came in with a runner on and like the Blue Jays were humming. If Fernando Cruz could have very easily given up like 2 hits in a row and like, it's another run. And you're like, shit. Well, who cares? Game's over anyways. Cruz comes in, does a job, delivers a scoreless outing, strikes out 3 batters, allows just 1 hit. Camilo Doval allows just 1 hit, a double. That's the man right now. He replaced Weaver. Picked up a strikeout, no walks, 0-0. Tim Hill, 1 strikeout, huge strikeout, by the way. Strands, I believe Strands 1 runner at second. 1 in the 3rd inning, no runs allowed, no hits. Williams, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, no walks. Bednar, no walks, 2 strikeouts, no hits. What is the theme you see here between these 5 guys, outside of obviously no runs?
A big goose egg next to that BB number.
Yep. No walks and a grand total of, let me just do my math, 9 strikeouts. That's where we won the baseball game. Your bullpen was incredible. And I think this is a top 5 for Aaron Boone right now in terms of his depth chart. Obviously not in that order. I think Hill is below Cruz and Doval in that because Hill is a lefty specialist. But God damn it, man, was he great. He was incredible. Incredible. Can't be happier. Could not be happier with his bullpen today. Chris, I mean, there's a lot of good
stuff. That's it. The bullpen did a job. And like when they're pitching like they're capable of pitching, like they're really good and they could be really shut down. And I know this is for next series, but I'm putting it into the universe. I want to see Bird, not Weaver, on the lineup and on the ALCS roster if we get there.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to see Weaver anymore. Weaver doesn't have any loss, but we got to get there first. And that's just not just Bird. I would take a couple names, Yarby, anybody over Weaver.
Look, Weaver's like a no-go right now. He's crimson red. Unless the Yankees are up. If the Yankees are up, I have a question for you, actually, because I was thinking about this. I'm like, wait a minute. Is Weaver in Blackburn territory where it's like up by 10, down by 10?
Yeah.
Is that where we're at?
Yeah, but even then, I'd rather see Blackburn. Then, I'd rather see Hedrick. Even then, I'd rather see De Los Santos. Literally any pitcher that they have in the minors right now, I will take over Weaver in an ALCS if that's the role.
I mean, it's just telling of the situation we're in with him. But, man.
I'd rather see LaGrange.
I have to agree. Weaver's just kind of broken right now, man. He just looks broken. And we talked about
because Weaver's broken doesn't mean he needs to break my mental health even more.
Yeah, I agree. Look, I don't think he has a spot right now on this team. I think that's kind of where we're at. And I'd rather carry someone who can either be a bulk guy, but again, that's a next series conversation. Hopefully the Yankees get there, but
that's me kind of putting into the universe. But again, the bullpen was really good, and like we'll take that in the
throw up the floater
day.
No, I said throw up the floater. Hope that we can grab that down later in the week, or hopefully the weekend. But big thing here in terms of like bullpen. We talked about like Camilo Doval being a big weapon for these guys. 54% zone rate today, 60% on the cutter. Like, hey, when he's attacking the zone, he is really hard to hit because if he's filling up the zone, you're behind the count. You've got to now make a decision on when to swing. I mean, he's just a tough guy to hit. He's incredibly good right now. Velo looks good. Stuff looks good. Command looks good.
He's getting better and better, and he's showing some pitchability. And again, I saw it heading into the Boston series in the regular season. The more time he spends with Matt Blake, the better he is.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
I'd have to look at some side-by-sides, but even the motion looks more consistent and less erratic, and it's resulting in the strike zone filling up.
Yeah.
Ryan, it's like clicking, like not all the way there, but it is clicking with him. And if he can be the guy, this end zone, the stuff is too good for him to get shattered. It's just too good.
Yeah, and if you look at his his game log, he has 2 walks in his last 7 appearances. Those 2 walks came to 1 outing, and that was in the ending the regular season. Then you look at the postseason, 2 appearances, 3 and 3rd innings, no walks. So we are in a over 9 inning sample size with 2 walks. Like that is a big step forward for a guy whose biggest issue is the walk. And I'm not sitting here and telling people that Camilo Doval is now a control freak. He doesn't know where the ball's going. He's just existing in zone. And for someone who has that kind of stuff, you can do that. So he's throwing more sliders. I think that's his best pitch. He's in zone more. Great. Love it. Keeping the ball on the ground. Great. Love it. Getting swings and misses. Again, great. Love it. Love all of this. Love it for Camilo Doval and for what it means for this Yankee bullpen, because if he's on, they're going to be very tough to beat in this series where, again, the Yankees, they need arms. And I'm going to throw another nugget at you. Did you know that Rodon had the most whiffs for any pitcher today at 7?
I did. I looked.
I just saw it. I'm just like, what was this? This baseball game, this series, no pitching. It's been no pitching. Outside of game 1 for the Blue Jays. Game 1 for the Blue Jays and Trey Savage. Ever since Trey Savage stepped off the mound, it's been complete hitting madness for both sides. They've been on fire. So,
bingo. Look,
Doval, tip the cap. Fernando Cruz, really bad first game. Came into a kind of a tough situation. Don't get me wrong. He's not why they lost the game, but he certainly didn't help. But he comes in, he does a job. He's been getting big outs. I hope he keeps screaming off the mound. Devin Williams turned his season around. He has gone from someone Chris, when we first started doing these, we were like toxic ex-girlfriend. Or not we, you brought that up. I think that was a great analogy.
But I'm back in love. I don't care.
Yeah. Like he is someone who we knew could do this. We were just like, it's going to kind of be a little scary if you try to figure that out in games that matter. And you know what? He's had to figure it out in games that matter. And lo and behold, he has. He's been he's been like their most reliable reliever over this stretch. David Bednar has obviously been great, but like Williams has had one bad outing. And that bad outing was Brian Walsh being like, actually, you're not going to win today. I've decided against that. Bednar was nails, 5 outs, great save, 2 strikeouts, only 21 pitches, very economical. That's important for today. That could have very easily been a 35 pitch outing. If you get into any
I saw after the first out of the 9th inning, he was only at 7 pitches. So it was like he was really efficient. That was huge.
Vlad was the only guy who kind of gave him an at bat.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Credit to Bednar, he falls 3-0, and then he just goes, "Wait a minute, hold on, we're up 3 runs.
There's nobody on. Let's go."
Yeah,
get one out.
He hits a home run. It's a 2-run game. Okay, I could give up another home run, and we're still in the lead.
Yeah,
fastball right down the middle. Fastball. Outside part of the plate, gets a swing and miss, beautiful pitch, and then he just jams him fastball. Vladdy hits a ground ball. Caballero makes a beautiful play, and the Yankees get the win. Like this bullpen again, freaking phenomenal job by this group. Aaron Judge was the star of the show today. Do not get me wrong; he was Superman. This bullpen very quietly was, I don't know. I mean, there's no real like known Superman apprentice. I was gonna say like there's Batman and Robin. Judge is Batman. This bullpen was Robin today. We talked about this team has a bunch of Robins. Bullpen was Robin. Jazz was Robin. I mean, Robin here, Robin there, Robin everywhere. Austin Wells was Austin Wells Robin.
Yeah.
But no, it's great when like you get it. Number one, it's great to win. It's the postseason. I don't care how they won this game. I just wanted them to win. But number two, the way in which they won this game, it just feels like something clicked for them. Hopefully, we'll see how their offense looks. We're going to need a great start from Cam Schlittler. We'll talk about all that. Chris, is there any final thoughts you have on the bullpen before we look at game 4?
No, just excited for game 4.
And look, looking at game 4, it's Cam Schlittler versus what I am understanding to be a bullpen game. I'm not sure who's going to start it.
There's like rumors of Gausman getting a bulk of it.
Yeah, I think that like Gausman could be in this game. I think it depends on if they're up or not. I think if the Blue Jays are like up in this game or this game is tied, like they're going to they're going to put that guy in. Like I think they're going to go all in if they are leading in game 4.
Do you think they punt though if they're not all in?
Yes.
And go back to Toronto and try to save the arms and like, let's see.
Because they know like, look.
Because they've had success off Max Fried. Because what would it be for us? Would it be Max?
Yeah. And like Fried has been awful in Toronto.
Yeah.
Like in their minds. And I'm not going to sit here and be the arrogant Yankee fan who believes that the Yankees have won this series because they won game 3. They're down 2-1. It's still improbable that they make the comeback. Like, that is still the reality of the situation. Even if they win game 4, they will be favored to lose the series. The Blue Jays will be the favorites in game 4, or not in game 4, but in the series and in game 5. I'm not sure if they'll be the favorite tomorrow. We'll wait and see, but I wouldn't look at tomorrow as an instant win for the Yankees or write it down as a win. There are things the Yankees are going to need to do, and there's things that guys need to prove, like Cam Schlittler against the Blue Jays, who have kind of been, they've been the thorn in the side. He got a first test against them in his second career start. I thought it was fine. Like, he made big pitches when he had to. It was a very Luis Heel-esque start. Not very whiff heavy, not very command great, but got the job done. Had some good defense behind him. Cool. Yankees won that game. But his second start, this is when he was rolling. This is when, like, ooh, feel good about Cam. Got crushed. I was there. Got smoked. Just couldn't get anybody out. Bunch of foul balls, bunch of, there's some bloops here and there, but like just a lot of foul balls. He couldn't get whiffs. Chris, what's the key to the game for Cam Schlittler to be right and finally get it done against the Blue Jays?
I mean, he's got to keep tunneling those fastballs. I mean, that's kind of something new for him. Here recently, I noticed he started doing it against the Orioles in his last start of the year. I believe tunneling fastballs, tunneling that 4-seam and 2-seam together. It works. It worked against the Red Sox. Now, the Red Sox struggled a little bit more with velocity than Toronto does, but I need no walks. I need him to pound the zone. And his velo plays, his stuff plays. He's a stuff monster. So we just need, honestly, length from Cam. Like, I know that we're probably not going to get another like Superman superstar performance, but if you give me 6 innings, a 2-run ball, good, because the bats look good right now. So just keep me in and don't melt it down, don't blow it up is what I'm looking for from Cam Schlittler.
Yeah, and attacking the zone is going to be important.
Yeah.
But you also, I think getting ahead, staying ahead, knowing that the Blue Jays will swing, being able to kind of spin pitches out of zone, being able to spin the fastball up in the zone, get swings and misses there. He's going to have to find a way to get ahead, stay ahead, and then promote the chases and the swings and misses. We kind of saw the Yankees, the bullpen, I think, laid out the blueprint. It's find a way to get ahead and stay ahead.
Yeah.
Like, this bullpen, I'm not saying they figured out the Blue Jay offense. The Blue Jays are a good offense. Like, I mean, we've seen that all series. We've seen it all year. Like, if you're not convinced that team can hit, I don't know what baseball you've been watching. But for Cam Schlittler, like, I don't think he's going to need to go 8 shutty for them to win this game. Or at least I hope that's not the case. I think he's going to need to just give them 5 or 6 quality innings. Just don't give up 6 runs in 3 innings. How about let's try that? Can we try that?
Yeah. Like, keep this under 3. Like, have your average Cam start. Only one start this year did he give up more than 3 earned runs. It was against Toronto.
Yeah.
So if he just keeps me under that mark, I love where the bats are right now, and it's a bullpen game. Like, I don't need every pitch to be perfect, Cam. I need Cam to beat up the zone.
Cam Schlittler just needs to give Aaron Judge a chance.
Yes.
Right? Like, this entire series has been defined by Aaron Judge getting a chance or not. He got 1 chance in game 1. He ended up striking out. We understand that ended up happening. Game 2, 0 chances. 0 chances to do anything. It doesn't matter what he did. They were going to lose that baseball game. Then you look at game 3. The Yankees gave him chances. And he did a damn job. He's so locked in that you just need to give him the chance to do something. And if he doesn't come through, fine. We can have a different conversation. That's fine. I mean, like, that's it. But Schlittler has to give him a chance. Fried didn't give him a chance. Rodon Rodon did everything he could to not give him a chance. And Heel didn't. I'm not gonna pretend to sit here and say that. Like, Heel wasn't good, but he didn't take the Yankees out of the game.
No, he's the best of the group. I mean, it was bases loaded. We're down 1. Like.
Yeah. Look, I got to give credit, man. Outside of Luke Weaver, and I guess Will Warren.
Yeah.
I don't really count those guys like high leverage relievers. The core of your bullpen's been great. Your core of your bullpen's been great all postseason. They've done a job time and time again. You can go to these guys and trust them. But if Cam cannot get through 4 or 5 innings, honestly, if you can't get through 5 innings, it's gonna be really hard for them to piece this game together tomorrow. I know they have the off day. I get it. They're gonna be able to push all the buttons. I get it. I do. But the Blue Jays are also a team that has, hey, I have like 3 or 4 guys I really trust. And that offense is good. They're going to tag one of these guys. Like, you mean look, if the Yankees have all of their relievers come in tomorrow and not a single one gives up a run, hallelujah. Like, that's great. This bullpen, that offense is great. You're going to need your offense to step up. You're going to need Cam to do a job. I'm not asking for a gem. Just do a job. I'm not feeling great about how run prevention is going to look tomorrow on both sides. But Cam gives me a chance, He gives me a chance.
How do you pitch to Vladdy tomorrow? Vladdy, the two pitches he does the most damage on, fastballs and sinkers, or four-seamers and sinkers.
Honestly, I think you have to force him to expand the zone. And I think he has the kind of velocity, that being Cam Schlittler, to at least that, like, I don't think he's going to get beat every single time he throws a fastball. And if Vlad beats him on 98, 99 every single time, dude, just tip the cap. Like, if he tip the cap.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you, like, pitch to him like he's a bum or pitch to him like fill the zone, you're going to be fine. But more so to say you have to find a way to get strike one. You have to find a way. You have to either be 0-1 or 1-2. That's the only way you're going to get him out. If you're not in either of those situations in a count, you're going to lose to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That's just how that goes. But if you can fastballs away, I know he can still hit the ball away and cover that part of the zone, but if you can kind of mix in, out. The issue with Vlad is that I've seen him hit home runs off of like some of the craziest pitches ever. Do you remember when Cole like buzzed in?
Yeah, dude.
And he launched it. Loizaga threw one with the sinker in, and he took that out. He can literally hit any fastball out. So for Schlittler, hope, prayer, and maybe make sure he try to throw a fastball he's not really expecting.
Do you try to get cute and work backwards or no?
Anything. Look, against Vlad, dude, if he's like, I walked him because I tried curveball first and I missed, and then I tried to go to the fastball, missed, and I was like, I'm just not going to give him something to hit. Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, sure. I don't care. That's great. Cool.
We just score a lot tomorrow. Just score a lot tomorrow.
Yeah, you're going to have to, look, the offense. This is on the offense. Game 4 preview, guys. Here's the reality of it. I love Cam Schlittler. I love Max Fried, and he sucked. I love Carlos Rodon. He sucked. I'm not going to sit here and say I thought Luis Gil was going to do well, but I didn't think he was going to get 2 home runs in 2 innings. So I guess he was worse than I expected. Cam Schlittler, just do something. Just don't have an 18 ERA and maybe we'll have a chance. And the offense needs to score a bunch. Yeah, they need to score 1 billion runs. Go out there and just drop dick, hit a bunch of home runs. I cannot make it more clear that this team needs to just continue to hit the long ball. When they don't hit the long ball, they're not good. And I know people are going to say, well, that's a flaw on the roster. Name one team that's good that's not hitting the long ball. Like the Brewers, why are they winning games right now, even though they haven't hit the long ball a lot this year? Because they're hitting the long ball. Yeah. Why do you think the Blue Jays have put up an 18 ERA against their freaking starters? It's not dinking singles. It's
long ball.
They have 9 home runs. They have 9. And the final thing I'd like to point out in terms of like offense, Chris, how are you putting your lineup together? You're going to put like a lefty heavy lineup, righty heavy lineup. You know they have a lot of lefties. They could start Eric Lauer tomorrow. Like, what are you doing? What's your thought process?
I'm rolling with today's lineup.
Okay.
Look, I want my best players out there in an Elam game.
That's fair. That's totally fair. I was just curious to see, like, would you like? I'm gonna be honest. I can't give you a straightforward answer. Like, I can't tell you that I have a cemented answer. I feel like I agree with you, but like, I need to see if John Schneider tomorrow is like, hey, I'm going with Eric Lauer. I'm hoping he can give me 2 or 3 innings, and then I'm going to my bullpen. I'm going to go, okay, if we throw lefties, it'll be Little, Flaherty, and Fisher, and that'll present some issues for the Yankees lefties. So in that situation, I might go, okay, I would throw my righties and just kind of hope and pray. Boone's going to have to be very aggressive with his pinch hitters either way. Either way, no matter how you look at it. Yeah, you have to be able to bring in your pinch hitters in big spots. Look, I like that he was aggressive with Rosario. I know he didn't come through in that spot, but he ended up picking up a double later in the game. I was very happy with that decision. Aggressively brought in Caballero to play some defense, and that ended up panning out because, look, I'm not saying they would have lost the game if Vlad picked up a hit there, but I don't want to know what happened. I just don't want to figure that out. I don't want to find out. I don't. And that's more pitches for that.
Stop the pitch count from going up even more.
Right.
Like you help the next day.
So, like, again, those are like those were buttons that Boone pressed that were great. I think outside of, again, leaving Rodon in a batter too long, he was excellent today.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I'm going to be honest. I remember saying before the game, man, I mean, Aaron Boone could lose you a game, but he's not going to lose you this game probably. And then he left Rodon. I'm like, oh my God, did he lose? Like, did the situation I feared just happen? He just lost you a baseball game potentially. And then he made it was crazy. The shift, the pendulum shift. It's crazy. The Yankees season was over. The Yankees season was over.
This was a farewell pod.
Guys, this was the season was over. Like, I can't even I don't know how else to put that. Like, look, whether they win tomorrow or not, like right now, all I'm happy is that I get to do this again tomorrow.
Bingo.
That I get another game, that we get another game, that we, you fans get another game. And I say you fans, I'm a huge fan. I'm just a fan. Like, I'm just a fan who has a microphone and enough people crazy enough to listen to me. That's where we're at. We have another game. You get another time to hope. You get to look at another 2017 ALDS highlight for another day and go, maybe. No, but maybe. No, but maybe. Like just the hope. It's look, Chris, I don't mean to like get too sentimental here, but like hope is such a fleeting thing. It's in a baseball context, like Chris, what would you have done to get another game after Game 5 last year?
A lot more than I'm willing to say on this show.
How much did it hurt to know you weren't playing baseball that next day?
It sucked. It sucked, man. It sucked.
I think of in 23 when the postseason rolled around, dude, I could barely watch. It hurt. I'm like, I want to see my team there. When are the Yankees playing? 22, the World Series, dude, I tuned out. 21, it hurt. Like, don't take for granted that you get to wake up tomorrow thinking, if they win this game, if this happens, if that, like, you get that thought. I'm not saying that makes the season a success, that you should be happy if they lose the series because you had that. But for now, right now, it's 12 o'clock. I bet, people should be sleeping probably by now, but, and we will be sleeping soon. You have hope. You have something to look forward to tomorrow. Let's hope that we can have this talk one more time, or two more times, or three more times. However many more times. Chris, anything you want to say before we sign off?
No, sir. You killed it today. Good job, Ryan. You're the GOAT.
Well, that'll be the Fireside Yankees post-game show right here again on Fireside Yankees. If you're listening to this on Apple or Spotify, make sure to leave a 5-star rating. It'll be uploaded in the morning for those who are watching right now and want to listen to it on their morning drive or whatever it may be. It'll be uploaded in the morning tomorrow. We have social media pages, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and again, of course, this YouTube page at Fireside Yankees. And you guys can check out our personal Twitter accounts. Mine is at Ryan Garcia ESM, and Chris's is at Christopher Drew _ on Twitter. You better know the spelling by now. Make sure to check out EmpireSportsMedia.com for written coverage on all of your favorite New York sports teams. Rangers had their season opener tonight. I'm an Islanders fan, so screw you guys. You guys lost. Knicks open their season soon. Mets, there's a lot to talk about there. Giants, Jets in the middle of their years. And, of course, the Yankees continuing their hope and their chase for 28, albeit working from trying to climb out of a hole here. Thank you guys again for tuning in so much, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Let's go Yankees, and peace